Did you know that some simple mistakes could actually turn your egg toxic? It sounds alarming, doesn't it? We often praise eggs as one of the best sources of high-quality protein packed with essential vitamins and nutrients. But what many people don't realize is that if they are not handled correctly, they can become harmful to your body in ways you may never have suspected. The truth is, whether eggs are good for you or bad for you has everything to do with how you prepare, store, and cook them. In this video, we are going to uncover 5 common mistakes that can make eggs more harmful than beneficial. Some of these might truly surprise you, especially if you have been eating eggs the same way for years without a second thought. But don't worry. Once you understand these key mistakes, you will be able to continue enjoying eggs without worrying about hidden health risks. Please stay with me until the end, because this isn't just about avoiding mistakes. It is about making simple changes that can have a big impact on your health and well-being. We will break down exactly what happens when eggs are prepared incorrectly, and more importantly, what you can do instead to keep them as a safe and nutritious part of your diet. So if you want to make sure your eggs stay a health-boosting superfood rather than a hidden danger, you won't want to miss this. Now let's get started. Number 1. Overcooking eggs. One of the most common mistakes people make when cooking eggs is overheating them. While eggs are packed with protein, healthy fats, and essential vitamins, cooking them at excessively high temperatures can cause harmful changes in their composition. When eggs are overcooked, whether by frying them until they turn brown, boiling them too long until the yolk turns grayish-green, or scrambling them at high heat, they undergo oxidation. This process can lead to the formation of harmful compounds. Oxidized cholesterol, in particular, has been linked to increased inflammation and a higher risk of heart disease. If you have ever noticed a strong sulfuric smell after boiling eggs for too long, that is a sign that they have been overcooked. This happens because the sulfur in the egg whites reacts with the iron in the yolk, forming iron sulfide. While this does not make the egg immediately toxic, it is a clear indication that nutrients have been damaged in the cooking process. Over time, eating overcooked eggs regularly may contribute to long-term health concerns, especially for seniors who are already more vulnerable to inflammation-related conditions. Take Robert, for example. At 76 years old, he had been eating eggs for breakfast every day for years. He loved frying them in a pan until they had a crispy edge, thinking it made them taste better. But over time, he started noticing digestive discomfort and more frequent heartburn. After learning about the dangers of oxidized cholesterol, he switched to cooking his eggs over lower heat, soft scrambling them instead of frying them aggressively. Within weeks, he felt noticeably better, with less bloating and more energy throughout the day. Another problem with overcooking eggs is that it can destroy some of their key nutrients. Eggs are rich in vitamin B12, folate, and antioxidants, which support brain and eye health. However, exposing them to prolonged high heat significantly reduces the availability of these essential nutrients. The good news is, you do not have to stop eating eggs to avoid these risks. You just need to be mindful of how you cook them. Cooking eggs at lower temperatures, whether by lightly boiling, poaching, or soft scrambling them, helps preserve their nutrients while minimizing oxidation. Small changes like these can go a long way in ensuring that you are getting the most out of your food without exposing yourself to unnecessary health risks. Number 2. Eating raw or undercooked eggs. Many people believe that eating raw or undercooked eggs is a great way to get maximum nutrition. But what they do not realize is that it also comes with serious health risks. While eggs are packed with protein, vitamins, and minerals, consuming them raw can expose you to harmful bacteria like salmonella, which can cause severe food poisoning. This is especially concerning for us as seniors because our immune system naturally weakens with age, making it harder to fight off infections. What might be just a mild illness for a younger person can quickly turn into a dangerous condition for an older adult, potentially leading to hospitalization. Even the cleanest looking eggs can carry bacteria if they have not been properly handled. Consider Margaret, a 68-year-old who loves starting her mornings with a raw egg smoothie. She had been doing this for years, believing it was the best way to absorb all the nutrients. But one day, she experienced severe stomach pain and nausea that lasted for days. After a trip to the doctor, she was diagnosed with salmonella poisoning. She never suspected that the healthy eggs she had been consuming for so long could be the cause. After switching to fully cooked eggs, She never had another incident and continued getting the same nutrients without the risk. There is another important reason to avoid raw eggs. They contain a compound called avidin, which binds to biotin, an essential B vitamin that supports your metabolism, nerve function, and healthy skin and hair. When eggs are eaten raw, this compound prevents your body from properly absorbing biotin. However, cooking the eggs deactivates avidin, allowing your body to absorb all the beneficial nutrients without interference. The best way to protect yourself is to make sure your eggs are fully cooked. Whether scrambled, boiled, or poached, cooking them until the whites and yolks are firm is the safest choice to ensure you get the nutrition without the risk. Number 3. Storing cooked eggs improperly. Many people do not think twice about how they store their eggs after cooking, but improper storage can turn a perfectly good meal into a breeding ground for harmful bacteria. When eggs are left at room temperature for too long, they can quickly become unsafe to eat. Bacteria multiply rapidly in warm environments. Once eggs reach the danger zone, between 40 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, harmful pathogens can begin to grow in just a few hours. This is especially concerning for us, as foodborne illnesses tend to have a more severe impact on older adults than on younger individuals. If you have ever left a plate of scrambled eggs on the counter for a couple of hours, and then decided to eat them anyway, you might have unknowingly put yourself at risk. Take George, for example, a 72-year-old who liked to make a large batch of scrambled eggs at the beginning of the week to save time. He would leave them in a loosely covered container in the fridge, sometimes after letting them sit out to cool for too long. After experiencing multiple bouts of stomach discomfort and nausea, he realized his storage habits might be the issue. After switching to airtight containers and making smaller batches that he refrigerated immediately, he never had the same digestive troubles again. To keep your food safe, remember that while refrigerating cooked eggs slows bacterial growth, they must be stored properly. Always use an airtight container to keep bacteria out. Hard-boiled eggs should be consumed within a week, while scrambled or fried eggs are best eaten within 3 to 4 days. Also, be mindful of cross-contamination. Never place your cooked eggs near raw meat or unwashed vegetables in the fridge. By handling your food with care and storing it properly, you can prevent unnecessary illness and keep feeling your best. Number 4. Using damaged or expired eggs. One of the easiest ways to turn eggs into a health hazard is by consuming ones that are cracked, expired, or improperly stored. While eggs may look fine on the outside, if they have passed their prime or have even a small crack in the shell, they could be harboring dangerous bacteria like salmonella. This is especially important for us, as aging weakens the immune system, making it harder to fight off infections that younger individuals might recover from more easily. If you have ever opened your fridge and wondered whether your eggs are still good, you are not alone. Many people rely solely on the printed expiration date on the carton, but what they do not realize is that eggs can sometimes spoil before that date, or last a little longer, depending entirely on how they are stored. Take Evelyn, for example. She is 74 and always careful about what she eats, but she never thought much about checking her eggs before using them. One morning, she cracked an egg into her frying pan and noticed a strange smell, but she brushed it off and cooked it anyway. Within hours, she started experiencing nausea and stomach cramps. After a trip to the doctor, she learned she had food poisoning from a bad egg. From that day on, she started doing a simple test before using her eggs, and she never had another issue. It is called the water test. Here is how you do it. Place an egg in a bowl of cold water. If it sinks to the bottom and lays flat, it is fresh and safe to eat. If it stands upright at the bottom, it is still okay, but should be used soon. However, if it floats to the top, it is best to throw it out immediately, as this means air and likely bacteria have entered the shell. Another hidden danger is where you keep them in your fridge. Cracked eggs, even hairline cracks you can barely see, are dangerous. And if you store eggs in the door of the refrigerator, the temperature fluctuations every time you open the fridge can cause condensation, creating a perfect environment for bacteria. Always store your eggs in the main body of the fridge where it is coldest to keep them safe. Finally, mistake number 5. This one is not actually about the egg itself, but about the oil you use to cook it. One of the most common mistakes people make when preparing eggs is using the wrong type of cooking oil. While eggs themselves are packed with high-quality protein and healthy fats, the oil you choose can make all the difference between a nutritious meal and one that contributes to inflammation. Many people do not realize that highly processed vegetable oils, like soybean, corn, or canola oil, break down at high temperatures. When you use these oils to fry your eggs, they release harmful compounds and oxidized lipids that can damage your body over time. For us seniors, this is critical because these unhealthy fats have been linked to increased inflammation and heart disease. Think about Frank, a 78-year-old who had been cooking his eggs in vegetable oil for decades. He assumed oil was just oil and never thought twice about it. But after learning about the dangers of highly processed seed oils, he made the switch to healthier alternatives like butter and olive oil. Within weeks, he noticed that he felt less sluggish after meals and his digestion improved. He did not change what he ate, just how he prepared it. And that small shift made a noticeable difference. Instead of using those processed oils, choose fats that remain stable under heat. Butter, ghee, coconut oil, and extra virgin olive oil are all excellent choices. These fats not only enhance the flavor, but also provide essential nutrients that support your brain and heart. By making this simple swap, you can protect your cells and reduce inflammation with every meal. Now that we have cleared away the dangers and misunderstandings, I want to invite you into the kitchen with me. You see, knowing what to avoid is only half the battle. The true joy comes from knowing what to do. Food is not just fuel. It is a conversation with our bodies. And for us, at our age, every meal is an opportunity to heal, to strengthen, and to say, I love you to our own hearts. Many of you have asked me if I can't fry them crispy and I shouldn't boil them until they are gray, then how can I enjoy my eggs? I have wonderful news for you. The healthiest ways to cook eggs are often the most delicious, the most tender, and the easiest on your digestion. Let me share with you 3 golden methods and specific recipes that will turn your humble egg into a gourmet health-boosting meal. Method number 1, the gentle poach, the Mediterranean secret. Let's start with poaching. I know, poaching sounds intimidating. Many of us worry it will turn into a mess in the pot, but believe me, it is the absolute gold standard for heart health because it uses no added fat and keeps the cooking temperature low, preserving every bit of that precious vitamin B12 and choline for your brain. Here is the secret to a perfect poached egg, simply and without stress. Fill a shallow pan with water and bring it to a gentle simmer. Look for small bubbles, like champagne, not a rolling boil. Add a splash of vinegar. This helps the egg whites stay together. Now, crack your egg into a small cup first. Stir the water gently to create a little whirlpool, and then softly slide the egg into the center. Turn off the heat, cover the pan with a lid, and just let it sit for 4 minutes. That's it. Recipe idea: the Heart Smart Avocado Toast. Now, how do we serve this? I want you to try this specific combination. Take a slice of whole grain or sourdough toast. These grains have fiber that helps regulate your blood sugar. Toast it until it is warm and crunchy. Instead of butter, mash a quarter of a ripe avocado onto the toast. Avocado is nature's butter, rich in monounsaturated fats that lower bad cholesterol. Place your warm, soft poached egg on top. Sprinkle it with a pinch of sea salt, and this is key, some red pepper flakes or paprika if you like a little warm. When you cut into it, that golden yolk creates a creamy sauce that mixes with the avocado. It is rich, it is satisfying, and it is entirely free of inflammation-causing oils. It is a breakfast that keeps your arteries clean and your stomach full until lunch. Method number 2, the low and slow scramble. The anti-inflammatory powerhouse. If you prefer scrambled eggs, we need to change the technique just a little bit. Remember, high heat destroys nutrients. We are going to cook low and slow. Crack your eggs into a bowl and whisk them vigorously. Getting air into the eggs makes them fluffy without needing heavy cream. Place your pan on low heat. Add a small teaspoon of ghee, clarified butter, or olive oil. Pour the eggs in and be patient. Stir them constantly with a spatula. You want to form soft, creamy curds, almost like a custard. Take them off the heat before they look fully dry. They will continue cooking on the plate. Recipe idea: the golden turmeric scramble. Now, let's turn this into medicine. I want to introduce you to a spice that is a miracle for seniors: turmeric. While you are whisking your raw eggs, add a quarter teaspoon of turmeric powder and just a pinch of black pepper. Why black pepper? Because turmeric contains curcumin, a powerful anti-inflammatory compound that helps with joint pain and arthritis. But your body cannot absorb it without black pepper. They are best friends. To make this a complete meal, toss in a handful of fresh baby spinach right at the end. The heat of the eggs will wilt the spinach perfectly. The result is a vibrant golden yellow dish that is soft on your teeth, gentle on your stomach, and actively fights inflammation in your joints. It is savory, earthy, and deeply comforting. Method number 3, the steamed egg, the digestive aid. Finally, let's talk about a method that is very popular in Asian longevity cultures, but often overlooked here. Steaming. Steaming eggs creates a texture so silky and smooth, it practically melts in your mouth. This is excellent if you have any dental issues or if your digestion feels a bit sluggish in the mornings. Recipe idea: savory vegetable egg custard. For this, you beat 2 eggs with half a cup of warm water or low-sodium broth. Chop up some very fine vegetables, maybe some mushrooms for immunity or some green onions. Pour the mixture into a small, heat-proof bowl. Place the bowl in a steamer or a pot with a little water at the bottom. Cover and steam for about 10 to 12 minutes. What you get is not a rubbery, hard-boiled egg. You get a savory pudding. Top it with a drizzle of sesame oil or soy sauce. This dish is hydration and protein combined. It is incredibly easy to digest, meaning your body absorbs almost 100% of the nutrients without having to work hard. It feels like a warm hug for your stomach on a cold morning. Bonus: the mayo-free egg salad. Before we go, I have to mention egg salad. I know many of us love a good egg salad sandwich for lunch, but traditional egg salad is drowning in mayonnaise, which is often made with those unhealthy soybean oils we talked about. Here is a simple swap that will change your lunch forever. Boil your eggs gently. Start with cold water, bring to a boil, then turn off the heat and let sit for 10 minutes. This prevents that gray ring. Peel and chop them. Instead of mayonnaise, use Greek yogurt or mashed avocado. Greek yogurt adds probiotics for your gut health and extra protein. Avocado adds heart-healthy fats. Mix in some chopped celery for crunch and a little bit of fresh dill or parsley. You get that same creamy, rich texture you love, but instead of clogging your arteries, you are feeding your body calcium and healthy fats. It tastes lighter, fresher, and you won't feel that heavy, sleepy feeling after eating. So you see, eating healthy does not mean eating boring food. It does not mean giving up the things you love. It means treating ingredients with the respect they deserve, so they can treat you with the care you deserve. Whether you try the poached avocado toast, the golden turmeric scramble, or the silky steamed custard, you are making a conscious choice to live better. I want to challenge you. Tomorrow morning, pick just one of these new methods. Take your time. Enjoy the process of cooking. Smell the aroma of the herbs. Feel the warmth of the meal. And now, I would love to hear from you. Which of these recipes sounds the most delicious to you? Are you team poached or team scrambled? Or do you have your own secret healthy recipe? Please share it in the comments below. We are a community here, and we learn so much from each other. If you found these tips and recipes helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Elderly Heart Talks. It helps us reach more people just like you. Remember, your health is your greatest wealth, and it starts right here in the kitchen. Thank you for watching. Eat well, and I will see you in the next video.